It was on the 15th of January 2026, around 5:44 a.m.
This is January?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When someone knocked at our gate, where I and my brother usually sleeps, at his apartment upstairs, Sunfield, sorry. So when someone knocked at our gate around that 5:44 a.m., it was really early. I and my brother woke up. We went to the parlor to check on who was knocking. It's an upstairs building. So when my brother looked outside the window, through the window rather, he saw a vehicle, an RX 350, and he identified the vehicle. He said, "That is Bodmar's vehicle." I said, "How did you know?" He said he knows. I said, "Okay, then let's go back inside and sleep, because this is an unusual hour for someone to knock at our gate."
What time was it again?
5:44 a.m.
a.m. To sleep.
Yes,
5:45 a.m. Okay.
Yes. So I said we should go back inside and sleep, because it was an unusual hour. Then I went back inside the room. And going back inside the room, I saw an unknown vehicle parked upstairs. Parked after our building.
Apart from the RX 350?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
A Tundra.
A Tundra?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Parked beside our building. And then I observed, but I didn't really observe, so I went inside the room. Unknowingly to me, my brother had already went downstairs to open the gate. Immediately he opened the gate. That was how Bodmars came down from his vehicle and started slapping my brother. And then I came back out. I came back to the parlor again to check on my brother. That was when I saw this scenario from upstairs, how Bodmars was maltreating him. Then all of a sudden...
When you say maltreating, it's beating him?
Yes.
Okay. Was he beating him alone?
Then all of a sudden...
Was Bodmars beating him alone at that time?
Yes, sir.
Or he was in company of people?
He was with one of his boys.
Okay.
Sorry. I came back the parlor to check on my brother. Then I saw this scenario on how Bodmars and his boy was harassing my brother. Then all of a sudden, I then saw the Tundra reverse and then come back and parked with Bodmars and his vehicle. Then I then saw four civil defense officers came down from the Tundra and started harassing my brother as well, trying to put him inside their own vehicle. I couldn't watch from upstairs, so I put on a short niqab and then also put on my fever vest. Then I went downstairs to check on what was happening. Immediately I went downstairs. One of Bodmars' boys asked me if I was my brother's assistant. I said, "What kind of question is that? I don't know what you're asking me. So don't ask me again." He said, "I'm under arrest." I said, "Under arrest for what?" Immediately, he hooked my niqab. I said, "Don't hook my niqab, what's the problem?" All of a sudden, the civil defense officers came along as well to harass me.
All this on the 15th of January?
Yes, sir. At 5:44 a.m.
Okay.
Around at 5 a.m. So I didn't really allow them to harass me. I tried struggling with them a little bit. I said, "What's the problem?" They said I'm under arrest, that I should get inside the vehicle as well with my brother. I said, "That's not a problem. Then you should just leave my clothes. I'll walk in the vehicle peacefully." That was when the civil defense officer left my fever vest and I went inside the vehicle. Then they started driving us down to Yenagoa. Me thinking we were going to a police station. All of a sudden, my brother said, "We are going to Bodmars' house. That this road we are following, it leads to Bodmars' house, his temple." I said, "Okay, no problem." Truly, when we drove till he parked, he drove us to his house, his temple. And then he told us to come back.
In company of the civil defense officers?
Yes, sir. We were inside the vehicle with the civil defense officers. And he was inside his own vehicle.
The 350?
Yes, sir.
You were in the Tundra?
Yes,
with
sir.
Your brother?
Exactly. So when we got to his house, They told us to come down from the Tundra, from the vehicle. We peacefully came down. Then all of a sudden, we saw some boys came out from Bodmas's house, lifted me from the ground, stoned me on the floor. I looked at the boy, I smiled. Did the same to my brother. But there were many, so we didn't want to fight them. All of a sudden, they tied my hands to the back, tied my brothers to the same with my brother, tied my legs, same with my brother as well. Sat us on the floor. When they sat us on the floor, all of a sudden, these boys started looking for things to hit on us. Then one of the boys picked up a 2x3 plank and hit me on the head.
Hit you on the head?
Yes. It broke my head. I started bleeding.
Broke your head?
Yes. If you can see, the mark is still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
After breaking my head, then they went to my brother. Broke his own head too. After breaking his own head, we were bleeding. So my brother started pleading with Bodmas. I didn't know what was going on. We were only pleading. We were just pleading and pleading. All of a sudden, these boys used and carried a machete from the temple and started hitting us on the back. Beat us for about close to 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yes, then they stopped. Bodmas went inside his house and he stopped them. When he stopped them, our hands and legs were still tied. Then, when Bodmas came out, he said we should stand up from the floor and then hop back to the vehicle with our tied legs and hands. We got up, hopped back to the vehicle, got inside the vehicle. And then, all of a sudden, they then drove us again back to, they drove us to a station called Puff Headers.
That same 15th?
That same 15th. I think that was around 10 a.m., 10, 11 a.m.
In the afternoon?
In the morning.
In the morning, okay.
Yes, sir. When they drove us to the station, because our hands were still tied, it was too tight. So I used my teeth to lose my brother's own. When my brother's hands got loose, he then loosed my hands, loosed my legs. I loosed his legs as well. They then told us to come down from the vehicle again and go inside the station. We said, okay, no problem. We got down peacefully. We walked inside the station. No statement, no petition reading. They didn't give us a petition to read. Immediately, they locked us inside the cell.
What was the allegation, to the best of your knowledge? 5 days after?
Yes. 18. He went outside and came back. He said he has written a statement. I said, okay, what did you write? He said he just signed for them. I said, you just signed for them. Did they give you any petition to read? He said, no, they didn't give him any petition to read, so he just wrote nonsense for them. I said, okay, that's fine. Sister and my mother's brother was looking for us all around Yenagoa. Was looking at all the stations, looking for us. They couldn't find us. So they got to us on the 17th and gave us some food. So we were with the food. So when he came back from writing the statement on the 18th, he said he has signed nonsense for them. I said, okay, no problem. So when are we going home? He said he doesn't know, but we are supposed to go home on that 18th. I said, okay, we thank God. I'll be waiting then. I waited till it got dark. They didn't release us. I didn't see anybody to come to bail us. Then I asked him again what was going on. He said I shouldn't worry. That surely nothing still happened. Till
all of that, you are still locked up?
Yes.
Did anybody come for your bail?
Yes.
The IPO.
You know his name?
Yes, Barnabas.
Okay. So what did he tell you?
He didn't say anything much. He only said it was Bodmas that has the final say to grant them bail.
The 19th.
Don't go too far, pretty.
Nothing happened on the 19th. Till the 20th, still nothing happened till around, I think during the evening, around 4 or 5 p.m. They took me outside. My brother was very healthy when I left him inside the cell. When they took me outside to write a statement, I wrote my statement for about an hour. They said, okay, no problem. I said, okay, no problem.
Ring the phone. You come here.
Getting back to the cell, I couldn't find. I asked. They were beating someone inside the cell. So I asked one of my cellmates.
No, hold on first.
Yeah. I said, are you lying to me or you're telling me the truth? He said he will never lie to me. That some officers just took my brother out. I said, some officers took my brother out. I said, okay, no problem. If that's the case, I'll sit down here and I'll sit down outside and wait for him to come back. Because the cell has about 2 to 3 different spaces. So I sat down at one of the spaces outside. So I'm sitting down. I waited for my brother for about an hour or 2. And then a vehicle drove back to the station with my brother. When they brought my brother inside the cell, they just threw my brother to me.
When they brought him back?
Yes. They just threw my brother to me. My brother couldn't talk. He couldn't raise his hand. He couldn't raise his leg.
So they actually took him out of the cell and brought him back?
Yes.
Did you see the vehicle?
No.
Okay, go on.
I only heard.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The sound of the vehicle. I said, why can't you talk to me? Call my name. He couldn't say a word. He was just staring at me. Then I tried to arrange his body so to balance him and rest him on my chest. So I'm balancing him. Unknowingly to me that my mother's brother was also coming to the station to give us money to feed that day. An hospital and treat him. That was how my uncle came inside the cell and called my name. I answered. He said I should get up immediately so we can carry my brother and go to an hospital. I said, okay, no problem. That was how we carried my brother outside. He then backed my brother because my 2 legs were broken. They fractured my knees. So on backing him, he was running till we got outside and they put him inside the vehicle he came with. Then immediately we started driving down to Amasoma. When we drove down to Amasoma, we went direct to General Hospital Amasoma.
Your brother?
Yes, we took him direct to the General Hospital. My brother couldn't still move his body. He couldn't even say a word. Then they admitted him on emergency and started treatment immediately.
This is Amasoma General Hospital?
Yes, sir. They admitted him on emergency and started treatment immediately. Treated him till the next morning. Before my brother could say my name, he called me Destiny. I turned. It was him that called my name. I said, okay, thank God. I said, take my hand. Me and him, we shook hands. I said, thank God. Then nothing is going to happen again. We spent about 5 days at General Hospital Amasoma.
Okay. 5 days at the General Hospital Amasoma.
Yes, sir.
So your records should be there now.
Yes. Surely, it's there. After spending 5 days at General Hospital Amasoma, the doctor then said, the way my brother's neck couldn't balance, he said he wants to refer us. He wants to refer us to Okolobu, so we should take my brother to Okolobu. I said, okay, that's fine. He then wrote the referral letter, gave it to me. I put it inside my pocket. Reaching that evening, on the 25th evening, because there was no cash, because we were at the hospital all along, we had to come back to the house and gather some money before taking my brother to Okolobu. So when we got to the house, we gathered some money for about 2 days. And then we took my brother. They said they couldn't sustain my brother till the next morning. So they are going to refer us to FMC. We said, okay, no problem. So we should pay for ambulance and take my brother immediately to FMC.
That was when?
That was yes. on the 26th, 27th. That was when they referred us. No, 26th, yes. Then they referred us to FMC that midnight. Then they drove us to FMC after paying for everything. On getting to FMC, they admitted my brother in emergency again. Treated him to the next to refer us to UPTH, Port Harcourt. We said, okay, no problem. Then they asked me to go get a collar neck, a rigid collar neck. I bought the rigid collar neck for him, put it on his neck to make him balance. So we said UPTH, we didn't have that enough money because we were still 4 p.m. that my brother wasn't breathing again.
That was January 30th.
That was 28.
28, okay,
Yes.
okay.
That my brother wasn't breathing again. I said, what kind of nonsense thing are you telling me? That was how I left everything I was doing, took a bike, and came back here. When I reached here, my brother wasn't breathing. So I tried to give him oxygen. But he couldn't come back. I tried my best. I pressed his neck, I pressed his chest a little bit to say it.
Okay, so it's not 30th that he died.
No.
Okay, the news came out on the 30th. Very good. Okay.
They didn't pay for any bill.
Nobody also stood that shorty for you.
They signed.
Who signed?
My uncle. My
Your
brother's,
uncle signed?
yes, my mother's brother.
Did they take people to any police clinic?
No.
You're not